Today's video is about explain why would a private sector firm provide light bulbs but will not provide street lights. So what is a private sector? Private sectors usually aim for profits and they allocate resources as indicated by or as reflected by demand and supply forces. They are not owned by government. They are private individuals or private organizations and their motive is to make profits. So light bulbs and street lights. Street light is an example of a public good. Now, what is a public good? We'll talk about that. And why would private sector won't provide that, whereas the light bulb is a private good, and we will of course talk about that why would light bulb be provided by a profit maximizing private sector. So, street light. Street light is an example of public good. Now, what are public goods? Public goods have two elements. One, they are non-excludable. They are non-excludable, and non-excludability means that no one has a legal right to stop anyone from using that product. No one has a right to exclude anyone from the use of that product once that is provided. So public good have one element of non-excludability. The other element of public good is non-rivalry. Non-rivalry means that by use by one does not decrease the quantity available for others. So if you apply both these features on the example of a street light, the street light, once it's provided in a certain street, everyone will benefit from that street light, and you cannot discriminate that whether someone has paid for that street light or someone has not paid for it. Everyone will equally benefit. All those who are using that street will benefit from it. So street light is non-excludable. It is not possible that when someone enters a street who has not paid for the street light, the lights get switched off automatically. And when someone enters who has paid and lights get switched on again, that's not possible. That is why it is not possible to restrict the use of street light only to those who have paid. Similarly, use by one more does not affect the use by other. The street light is an example of a product which is non-rival. It does not diminish the quantity available for others when someone else uses it. So what happens when there is a street light or a public good? It leads to a problem of free rider. Free rider problem that everyone knows that they cannot be stopped from using the product whether they pay for it or they do not pay for it. They cannot be excluded. They cannot be prevented from using that product. They will benefit even though they have not paid the price. So that will give them the temptation to avoid paying the price, and we call this attitude the attitude of a free rider. They will like to have a free ride, knowing that not paying the price will not deprive them of the product. So that would mean that it is not possible for private sector to charge a price. Why it's not possible? Because those who do not pay or those who pay cannot be separated. Everyone benefits. So it's not possible to charge a price for a public good because those who do not pay cannot be stopped from using the product. And since price cannot be charged, revenues cannot be made. And when revenues cannot be made, there can't be any profit. So there is no reason for a private sector firm which aims to maximize profit to provide public goods, as there is no profit because there is no revenue, because there is no price, because price is not there, because there is no ability to charge the price, as those who pay or those who do not pay cannot be separated. On the other hand, light bulbs are a private good. They are both excludable and they both are rival. If I pay the price for a light bulb, I get it for my house. But if someone else does not pay, he doesn't get the product. He is deprived of the product. So the firm has a possibility of separating those who have not paid. So that will mean that there is a chance that a price can be charged. Of course, light bulbs are also produced in limited quantity. If one buys a light bulb, the other will not be able to buy the same light bulb. So it's rival as well as excludable, and that is a private good, and private sector firms will provide these goods as they can charge a price because they can separate those who have not paid and those who have paid, and they can charge a price, they can generate revenue, and they can make profit, which is the objective of the private sector firm. And this is why a private sector firm will provide light bulbs but will not provide street light. I hope you like this video.